brakes and rotors. Stay tuned. Step 1. Get your low profile scissor jack, even though you don't trust it, and get a bottle jack that you do trust, rated at 12,000 pounds. Next, take your $1,500 rim off and please set it aside. Next, you have exposed one of the biggest rotors ever produced or manufactured on a production vehicle, with the same line of one of the biggest rotors. The biggest brake caliper, 6-piston brembos on an 18-inch fucking rotor. As you see, these babies are massively dirty. For removal of brake pads, get you a punch and a punch hammer, a mallet. You're going to take one and you're going to put it right there on that pin, and you're going to push it out with the hammer. Next, what you want to do is you want to get a 13 for a socket. Go ahead and ratchet that middle bolt on off. That done, you got the pins out. That little retaining piece right there will pop on down if you did it from the top, and you'll be able to slide these massive ass brake pads on out. And as you can see, it was definitely time for a change. Boy, things are going to get funner. Because of the massive amount of brake dust these things produce, we're going to go with Power Stop ceramic pads. Hopefully this doesn't bite me in the ass, but we're going to try it. The new brake pads, as you can see the amount of material that's compared to this. If you put these side by side, you can see it was time to replace them jokers. If any of my followers on Snap have a 392 or a HellCat with the 6-piston brembos, a mallet is definitely going to be your best friend. Now you got those 3 pistons in there that you got to push in all at the same time. You can do them one by one, but if you do one, it pushes out the other 2, and then you do the middle one, it pushes out the top and the bottom 2. So you're going to have some nimble fingers to get on in there as well. But as you see, we got those installed in no time, and I guarantee they are going to stop a lot better. My pedal was feeling a little bit mushy, and you guys know I drive way too fast for a mushy pedal. Once you get those new pads in there, go ahead and line them back up with these holes. If you're too low, of course, the pin won't go through, retaining pin won't go through. Take your mallet from the other side and just slowly and gently tap it on through. Do that for the top and bottom. Once you get these retaining pins on this noise reducing shim, but it definitely holds those pads in there with and it's very tough. So when you put it in there, definitely you're gonna have to use some muscle. Make sure you got your openings for the pads aligned, otherwise you're gonna potentially mess up some shit, and or be sitting here frustrated like a dummy. One of the two. The choice is up to you. You're gonna go ahead and stick your bolt back through there. It's gonna go under this. If you got it on top of it, I don't know how you did something wrong. Mine was red right here, but theme of my car is blue and gold, and somehow the red wore off, so I just went ahead and painted it gold. Just a little bit personal touch. Yeah, so mine did come with new hardware, but I went ahead and wiped down the OEM hardware since there's nothing wrong with it. I figured I'll just go ahead and reuse it. If it does prove to cause some issues, then yeah, I will replace them. Now they keep saying that you're supposed to replace rotors as well as the actual pads on these, but I don't have that much of a lip. I do have a little lip, but I don't have that much of a lip in my rotor. Now if for some mysterious reason these prove to need to be replaced, and just me turning the rotor is such a close shave anyway, I can see the material falling off already. So I was getting a little bit of shaves because the rotor was resting on them. The brakes haven't been pumped, so you're still going to get a little bit of wiggle. Once I pump the brakes, everything will pretty much glide accordingly. Tell y'all my car is dirty. That's clean, and then that's dirty. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna let y'all know, y'all ain't got an impact to get these wheels and stuff off, man, you're missing. Shout out to the homie Takeoff for the clutch. performance on the impact. Still working wonders, baby. It's just be simple for me. I come open the garage.